Ryan Graves is a former Navy fighter pilot and founder of Americans for Safe Aerospace. And retired Admiral Tim Gallaudet is an oceanographer who served as the head of NOAA. He is the author of the upcoming book, Holding Fast in Heavy Seas. It's great to have both of you here on such a historic day. Ryan, let me start with you. I want to talk about a couple of these videos and transcripts because some of them are very interesting. One military video that caught our attention appears to show an aircraft. It's shaped like an 8-pointed star. You can see it sort of weaving through the air in the video. What do you think it is, Ryan?
I knew you'd start with that question. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah,
well,
of course.
Right now, I think we're going to be in a state where there's maybe a bit more confusion than anything else as this information comes out. We've been talking for a number of years, almost 8 years now, just how common this was. But the public couldn't see that because this information was locked away behind security clearances. I think what President Trump and what Congress has been pushing for has led us to a state, and I'm appreciative. But there are other organizations that need to report in. I understand that this information is going to continue to come out on the timeline at this point. And I'm pretty excited for us to get into this data. This has been what a few select people have seen. And now that the scientific community and academic community can get involved, I'm hoping that it's going to drive us towards some certainty.
What did you think, though, Ryan? I'm curious, since you're a fighter pilot of this with the 8 points there, but it looks like there is like a trail behind it. Any idea what it could be?
It's tough. The video that you're referencing, the first thing I see when I look at that, we have to remember that we're looking at the infrared energy that's coming from the device, not necessarily the physical shape of it. And so, what does that heat signature tell us? What does that field coming off the back tell us about the propulsion systems or how it's maneuvering? I don't have these answers. I don't know. I haven't seen anything that looks like that. I will say, with the reports that we've had at Americans for Safe Aerospace, other witnesses have described the same thing and have already reached out to me since the drop to remind me that they had the same experiences. So although these are onesie-twosie videos that the government has decided to release, this is something average people are seeing as well, not just sensor operators.
Interesting, Ryan. So you're saying other people have reached out even today saying that they've seen this same thing?
Exactly.
Wow, interesting. Admiral, we have to ask you about this Apollo trend. Sorry, what did you say, Ryan?
We'll be sharing that report on safeaerospace.org so other folks can go in and see that this isn't just a one-off occurrence.
Okay, cool. Yeah, check it out later. Admiral, we have to ask you about this Apollo transcript, also really interesting. In 1969 debriefing of Apollo 11 crew members, the astronaut Buzz Aldrin actually recalled spotting several unusual sights, including what he called a sizable object close to the moon and a fairly bright light source that the crew felt could be a laser. Another file is a NASA photograph from the Apollo 17 mission. That one was from 1972, showed 3 dots in a triangular formation. What's your take on those?
Well, interestingly, Brian, and thanks for having me too, the NASA videos and information, the images and information that were released are actually old. They've been released previously. I think the more important story is a lot of the videos and data that you see that were just released. And it's really significant in terms of a historic first that the executive branch of the government has finally acknowledged that there are UAP in our airspace and water space that we don't understand, can't characterize, and need to research. I'm on Ryan's advisory board for Americans for Safe Aerospace for this whole purpose, is to remove the stigma of UFO and actually get aviators and citizens to start reporting this more so we can do active research into this and understand their nature, the intelligent control behind them, which we have no idea about, and just understand their intent as well.
Yeah, you make a good point. Just the fact that the government is now actually admitting that they don't know what these things are is something that we didn't see for decades. Is it what you expected, Admiral, though? Admiral, are these the videos you expected to come out today? Did anything surprise you?
Well, actually, all the videos surprised me. Some of them are just absolutely impossible to explain. I mean, that wind farm video you showed, That is an object that we cannot reproduce. It's not a drone, it's not a helicopter, and it's under intelligent control. And so what is it? And I'm actually surprised the administration released that, because what that shows is that we are not in full control or understanding of what's in the airspace and water space of what we're operating in, whether it be in the continental U.S. or overseas in the areas that we're conducting operations. That's concerning. We need to address that if we don't understand what's happening. These reports are all filed by competent military operators with the purpose of saying, we don't know what these are. Look what's happening in Iran right now. We dominated that airspace. We know everything was happening. And so a report like this, when you look at how dominant our military is, to say, we don't know what that is. A lot of these are MQ-9 Reaper platforms. Some of them are Navy P-8 platforms. And they're saying, these are competent pilots like Ryan was, flying off the USS Theodore Roosevelt as an F-18 pilot. We don't know what these are. And actually, they're interfering with our operations and presenting safety concerns. That's a problem. So I hope that the administration will follow through and release more information and start developing policy about research to get to the bottom line of what these are.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan, this certainly feels like a big moment forward, a big step forward for UFO transparency. But will this help your effort to erase the sort of like stigma for pilots? I remember you've talked about it. You know, if a pilot comes forward, a commercial pilot, a military pilot, and says, I saw something unexplainable, people would sort of make fun of them. They'd be nervous about losing their pilot's license. Do you think this is going to help with that?
I really do. We've been operating in a vacuum. People haven't been receiving the information. And so when they hear these stories, something that sounds fantastical, of course, it's easy to dismiss that. But what they're also dismissing are the real national security and aviation safety concerns that come behind those reports, showing that some of our best trained operators, both in the air and with sensors, are recording this and deeming it important. Is going to show this isn't just some one-off thing that certain people have, but this is a repeatable pattern that we can track and understand over the course of our normal military operations and with our aviation safety apparatus that we have. And so absolutely, I think that when people see this, they should realize that what they saw wasn't just a fleeting thing that they can ignore. It's something part of a larger picture, and they have a responsibility to report that and add to that story.
Yeah, you just hope that more people will come forward now and feel comfortable doing that with these videos being released. Admiral Tim Gallaudet, Ryan Graves, really appreciate you both for coming on. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.